What is up, YouTube? My name is Ricky. Today we will be reacting to Spiritbox Circle with Me. That will be the video we are reacting to today. If I could use words, that would be fantastic. Again, per usual, like, comment, subscribe. And if there's anything you want me to react to, doesn't have to do anything with Spiritbox or anything of the sort. Doesn't have to be the same genre. Whatever your suggestion is, please mention so in the comments down below, and I will try to get to them as fast as possible. This is my first Spiritbox experience, so I don't really know going into it. It was a suggestion based off of my last Ginger reaction, so I can only assume the direction that this would go is probably, I'm pretty sure it's female led. And I'm assuming it's rock metal type, so that's as far as I've got so far. That's the only information that I have investigated about, I guess would be the word. Like, I haven't looked into it, and that's usually the case with these reactions for me. I tend not to do the research on the first time around, just so it's a completely blind reaction, so I'm not anticipating something, you know what I mean? And it kind of gets I don't want to know, like, I want to be surprised by the music. So without further ado, first time listen for myself with Spiritbox. This is Circle with Me, and here we go. Okay, yep. Ooh. Okay.
This could all be yours.
Nice. Oh god, that riff is so good. Nice harmonies.
This could all be yours.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I assume that there's gonna be a breakdown or something heavier is gonna happen here. First and foremost, I was not expecting the tone of her voice. It has a very pop-like resonance with rock edge. I don't know a better way to explain it. And it could be a lot of the mastering as well, the way that that her voice is mastered. But usually you get that kind of tone by the type of vowels you use, as far as I'm aware. Again, I'm not a vocal coach, but this is just off of things that I have learned over the years. That typically comes with the type of vowels you use. And something they're doing very well is, again, metal bands in particular like to, well, I guess it depends on the band, but they like to showcase the entire intricacies and technicalities um of their talents, which is fine. Like, you have that in your repertoire if you want to use it. But this is a very stripped back kind of, like the opening riff is a little syncopated, but there's not as much going on as it sounds. But it still captivates the type of rugged, heavy feel that I'm assuming they're going for, without it being too busy and without it being too muddy. Because usually when you try to stick in as many notes as you want to, like if you can play like these ridiculous runs in like a 2-bar phrase, that's cool and all, but there's a difference between playing a lot of notes and playing them musically. Like, playing notes on a sheet of paper is one thing. Playing them as music as opposed to playing them as notes are very different things. So what they're doing here is they're kind of allowing just the feel and the vibe of the song kind of dictate the amount of technicalities that they want to use in it. Again, I'm assuming there's a breakdown or a bridge of some sort that's going to blow me away, but here we go. Oh, let me back up for a second. Good use of electronic. There it is. Oh. More time. That was a really good job. Oh, yes. Beautiful transition. Double chorus, a little more aggressive here. Melody alteration. Ooh! Oh. Okay. Yeah, I loved that. I like the simplicity of it because based off of song structure, right? So they had an opening riff, which happened to be, I'm not sure if it was the same riff they used at the very end of the song. Because they started off with their screams, right? So I'm not entirely sure. I would have to go back and listen to it, but it's a very simple structure where it's like you have intro, you have verse 1, you have the chorus, you have verse 2, chorus, and then you have a bridge or a breakdown in this case, right back into a double chorus and then ending with the riff you started with. That's a very normal, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a typical sound structure. As you see this all the time in pop songs, it makes it very palatable because it's not too long ago. You remember this phrasing, like these melodies, like it just happened like a minute ago, so it's still stuck in your brain, so it catches with you. That's what makes pop songs in general catchy, is that the brain itself is triggered with hearing the same words over and over and over again. Which is why pop songs in general are why they are. I am not huge on it, but that is just why they are catchy, because your body and your brain is trained to hear that word and it catches on, so you're anticipating it for the next time it comes around. But it also there's a level of calm, if this makes sense. There's a level of calm in knowing exactly where the structure is going without it going with like hoops and like loopholes and trying to make things complicated for no reason. Like it's one thing to just write a simple song. How do I explain this? I don't know the best way to describe this. Like, don't just write a song with complications just to make it complicated because you think it's too complex. Like, as a musician and as a writer, you have to realize your audience and who you're writing for, and it has to be palatable to the listener. Now, myself, I like the different styles and the different kind of like chutes and ladders that you can take me down or take me up, for that, if it's a ladder. But for the average listener, not everyone's going to be a musician, so it has to be palatable is really the best word I can use. Like, the average listener has to be able to enjoy the music without having to think about it, and so they're doing a very good job of keeping this song in particular a simple structure to the song. And also, like, she's got some good range. She was better range than I was anticipating, to be honest with you. I knew, for some reason, I knew there was a scream coming just because it was related to the Ginger video. So obviously Tatiana is an amazing female metal vocalist. And I think Spiritbox, if I'm not mistaken, is Courtney. I don't know why I know her name. I just knew that she was that she's the only one I know that was female led that could potentially be in the same conversation as Ginger in terms of stylistically. But yeah, she has a very nice voice. Again, like I said earlier, she has a pop sound with rock influence, and it makes her voice so enticing, and it's a different tone of voice as compared to like a Tatiana for Ginger, because Ginger is much more rugged. It's much more intricate, way more complicated in their rhythms and their time signatures and whatnot. Again, I haven't heard of all of Spiritbox. This is just my first time listening to them, so it's possible they go down this route. But just from what I'm hearing, I would love to hear more of this. And if you guys are interested, I would love to hear more Spiritbox. And if you have any other suggestions, please let me know in the comment section down below. And I thank you for watching the video. I'll see you next time. And don't forget, typically we stream on Twitch on 3 days a week. It's currently on hiatus. I will let you guys know when it is back up and running and when I get my schedule fixed. And until then, I'll see you later. Take care.